In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install an Ethernet keystone. On the table here, you have a punch tool. The punch tool has a 110 punch blade on it. This particular blade has a flip side to it, a 66 punch blade. And here are some electrician scissors. You've seen these in the previous video, demonstrating the different tools used. And here's a close-up of the notches. Those are used for stripping the inner sheathing to expose bare wire. And here is the keystone. You can see it shows the color code right there, T56A and B. And that was just the cap for it. And here's some Cat 5e cable. It's pretty much the same as Cat 6, just the gauge is a little bit thinner. We're going to start off by scoring the outer sheathing of the cable. Just enough so that you can pull it off. This exposes the string on the inside. And you can see the different color codes of the wires. And we can use that string to peel back this sheathing even more. This ensures that where we scored the cable with the scissors, that we're not going to be using a part of the cable that might have been damaged by going in too deep. And we're just trimming off the outer sheathing, and now we're trimming the cable to a more manageable length. And here we're just untwisting the twisted pairs of cable. And putting them in order while we're at it, according to the color code on the end that we're using. The end is the red and blue keystone. Here's a close-up of the cable untwisted. Once the cable's untwisted, we just need to follow the color code on the keystone and slide the cables into the notches. Orange pair's done. Blue pair's done. Green pair's done. And finally the brown pair is done. All of that cable excess on the inside is going to be cut off by the punch tool here. And the cable sticking out from the keystone, we want to keep that to a minimal length. Here I'm just showing the blade being reinserted into the punch tool. And a little bit of a close-up on the punch tool. That's a spring-loaded part on the punch tool, which is supposed to release the spare blade in the back that I'm trying to demonstrate, but it's being fickle. And the other part there that you see is to adjust for high and low impact. I generally always set mine up for high impact. And here we go, just lining up the sharp blade tip part to the side of the cable that we want to cut, which in this case would be the punch tool blue side facing the direction that we want to cut. And you just slide the blade into each of the notches, and then you saw me after I punched those down, I kind of scraped along just to try to get some of those that didn't free themselves. And right here I'm just demonstrating how the first time that you punch them down, they don't always come off. A lot of the times when I'm punching down a cable, if I don't see it come off, I'm hitting it 1 or 2 or 3 times. It also depends on your surface and your angles and how much pressure you're putting on it. Sometimes you can leverage it, and sometimes you can't. Generally, if it's not cutting off your cables very well, it's time for a new blade or time to sharpen it. And here all the cables are cut down to length, and I'm just putting a cap on the Keystone. That's all there is to it. You'll see this Keystone in a later video and how it gets plugged into a wall jack. Thanks for watching.